Hey cruise fans, ready to level up your next cruise vacation? Because today we're diving deep into something seriously exciting.
Oh, yeah. We're talking about Norwegian Cruise Line's brand new More at Sea package for 2024.
It's like NCL took everything we love about cruising.
And then just cranked up the awesome meter way past 10.
Now, as cruise specialists here at Rock the Boat,
We've got all the insider info on this game-changing package,
so think of us as your personal NCL navigators,
guiding you through all the ins and outs of More at Sea.
so you can decide if it's the perfect upgrade for your next adventure.
Let's start with the basics.
More at Sea is an optional upgrade you can add to select NCL sailings,
It's essentially a bundle of 5 perks.
all designed to make your cruise experience, well, extraordinary.
And here's where it gets really clever.
The price actually varies,
It changes based on how long your cruise is,
and how many guests are in your stateroom.
but there's a twist.
A twist.
Yep, a brilliant one.
Okay, I'm all ears. Lay it on me.
If the first 2 guests in a stateroom decide to go for More at Sea,
All the adults in that room are automatically included.
just like that.
So it's kind of like a 2-for-1 deal.
In a way, yeah.
You and your cabin mate decide to treat yourselves.
And boom, everyone's in on the fun.
Now that's what I call a good deal. Especially for families, right?
Oh, absolutely. For those extra guests, numbers 3 through 8.
They get a special lower price on the More at Sea package.
But before you rush off to book,
There is one tiny little thing to keep in mind.
More at Sea is not available on every single sailing.
Yeah, so when you're browsing through those tempting NCL itineraries,
Over at rocktheboat.travel, of course.
make sure you double-check if your dream cruise qualifies for this amazing package.
Okay, now, are you ready for the fun part?
Hit me with it. I'm ready to be wowed.
Let's break down those 5 fabulous perks.
The perks that'll have you saying bon voyage to boring cruises forever.
First up, it's all about libations, my friend.
Libations. Ooh, fancy.
With More at Sea, you unlock this awesome premium beverages package.
Ooh, tell me more.
We're talking over 100 cocktails.
100.
Wow. Premium brands that'll make you feel like a mixologist.
I'm already imagining myself sipping something colorful by the pool.
And then a selection of wines.
I do love a good swirl, sniff, and sip.
You'll be a pro by the end of the cruise.
Okay, you said premium brands, right? Like what kind of premium are we talking here?
Oh, we're talking Grey Goose vodka.
Ooh, fancy.
Casamigos tequila for those perfect margaritas.
Now we're talking.
And even Maker's Mark bourbon for a taste of Kentucky on the high seas.
Okay, you had me at Casamigos. But let's be honest, no cruise is complete without amazing food.
You're speaking my language. That's where the next perk comes in, specialty dining.
Oh yes, tell me about the food.
With More at Sea, you get a set number of meals at some of NCL's incredible specialty restaurants.
Okay, so not just the buffet.
Nope, we're talking about stepping it up a notch.
Now, how many meals are we actually talking about?
That depends on a couple of things, actually.
Like what?
Well, the length of your cruise, of course. A longer cruise means more delicious meals.
Makes sense.
And also your stateroom category.
So the fancier your digs, the more you get to indulge.
Precisely.
I like the sound of that. But what about these specialty restaurants? What kind of places are we talking about?
Oh, get ready for a culinary journey. We're talking about Cagney's Steakhouse.
Steak. My favorite.
For perfectly cooked cuts.
Yes, please.
La Cucina, if you're in the mood for authentic Italian.
Oh, pasta.
And Teppanyaki for a dining experience that's part culinary show, part delicious feast.
Wow, it sounds incredible. So no more buffet lines for me. Just gourmet delights all included.
That's the idea.
Sign me up. Okay, well, what's next on this list of cruise awesomeness?
Let's talk about staying connected while you're sailing.
Because let's be real, even on vacation,
We still want to share those envy-inducing photos with our friends back home.
or just checking with our loved ones, you know?
Exactly. And maybe even sneak in a little bit of work if you have to.
Ugh, work. But yeah, sometimes it's unavoidable.
And that's where the More at Sea Wi-Fi package comes in.
Now, I've heard NCL has really upped their internet game recently.
They have. They've partnered with Starlink.
Starlink, as in the super fast satellite internet,
The one and only. Known for its speed and reliability.
even in the middle of the ocean.
Even in the middle of the ocean. So you can say goodbye to those frustratingly slow connections at sea.
And hello to seamless browsing, uploading, and downloading.
You got it. Hacky cruisers mean more fun for everyone.
Like, this is getting better and better. What's next on our list of amazing perks?
Get ready to explore because we've got excursion credits.
Excursion credits. What does that mean?
With More at Sea, guest 1 on your reservation.
Okay, so the lead booker, basically.
Exactly. They receive a $50 credit for each shore excursion.
$50. for every single port you visit.
That's right.
That's like a bonus to try something new.
Or upgrade to a more luxurious experience.
You could be ziplining through a rainforest one day.
And snorkeling in crystal clear waters the next.
All with a little extra cash in your pocket thanks to more at sea.
Exactly. Now I've saved the best for last.
Okay, I'm on the edge of my seat. What is it?
This one's a game changer for families.
Families. Like mine.
Especially those with kids.
All right, I'm really listening now. Tell me everything.
On select cruises.
Select cruises. Okay, so not all of them.
Right, but on those special sailings.
Okay.
The third and fourth guests in a stateroom.
Okay, usually the kids, right.
Exactly. They sail for taxes only.
Wait, did you say taxes only?
I did. You heard that right.
No full fare, just the taxes.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Wow, that sounds almost too good to be true.
It's NCL's way of saying, bring the whole family along for an incredibly affordable adventure.
Now, that's what I call a family-friendly deal.
It makes cruising more accessible than ever before.
Imagine all the memories you could make together.
Exploring new destinations, enjoying amazing entertainment.
And indulging in all those fabulous perks of more at sea.
All without breaking the bank.
Okay, we've covered the 5 incredible perks of more at sea.
Premium drinks, special dining, Wi-Fi, excursion credits, and that amazing family offer.
But I have a feeling there are some details we need to unpack.
You're absolutely right. Let's dive deeper and explore the nuances of each perk.
I'm ready to uncover those hidden gems and really maximize the value of more at sea.
Let's go. Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty of these perks, starting with the premium beverage package.
Sounds good to me.
Over 100 cocktails sounds amazing, right?
Yeah, it does. But what's the catch? Are there any sneaky exclusions or things we need to know about?
Well, first off, there are a few age restrictions.
Age restrictions? Makes sense.
It depends on where your cruise starts or ends, actually.
Oh, right, of course.
So if you're leaving from the US, Canada, or China,
The usual suspects.
you'll need to be 21 or older to enjoy those cocktails.
Gotta follow the rules.
But for cruises departing from other fabulous destinations around the world,
Sounds more exciting already.
18 is the magic number.
All right, good to know. Now, we know about the Grey Goose, the Casamigos, and the Maker's Mark.
Oh yeah, the good stuff.
But what about those other 100-plus cocktails? Spill the tea. What kind of drinks can we actually expect?
Ooh, let's just say NCL's mixologists have been busy crafting some seriously delicious cocktails.
I bet they have.
From classic favorites to some trendy new creations you've probably never even heard of.
Ooh, I love trying new things.
Whether you're craving a refreshing mojito, a sophisticated martini, or a fruity pina colada,
All the classics.
they've got you covered.
Okay, now I'm really thirsty. But before we move on, we've got to talk about those sneaky exclusions.
Ah, yes, the fine print. Well, this package covers a huge range of drinks.
It can't be all sunshine and rainbows, can it?
It's important to note that minibar purchases are not included.
Oh, the minibar is such a temptation.
And you won't find those super exclusive top shelf brands on the menu.
Like what? Give me an example.
Like a rare vintage scotch or a super fancy bottle of Dom Perignon champagne.
Okay, so no splurging on the really, really high-end stuff.
Right. But still, plenty to choose from.
Yeah, over 100 cocktails, definitely enough to keep me happy. Now, what about families or groups? How does this package work if there are multiple people in the same stateroom?
That's where things get interesting. Remember when we mentioned that if the first 2 guests in a stateroom opt for more at sea?
All adults in that room are automatically included.
You got it. It's like a built-in party for your cabin crew.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But let's say we have a family of 4, 2 adults and 2 teenagers.
A classic cruise crew.
Do those teenagers get the full beverage package? I can't imagine NCL is handing out unlimited cocktails to minors.
Don't worry, NCL has thought of that. While all adults in the stateroom are covered under that premium beverage package,
So unlimited cocktails for mom and dad.
guests under 21 or 18, depending on the itinerary, will have access to a whole range of non-alcoholic drinks.
So unlimited mocktails and sodas for the kids. That'll keep them happy.
Exactly. Now, let's move on from drinks and talk about something equally important on a cruise: the food.
My other favorite thing.
With more at sea, you get access to some of NCL's fantastic specialty restaurants.
So not just the usual buffet.
No, we're talking about taking your taste buds on a culinary journey.
Ooh, I'm ready for that. What kind of restaurants are we talking?
Oh, get ready for a treat. We're talking about places like Cagney's Steakhouse,
Fate, always a winner.
where you can indulge in perfectly cooked cuts of meat.
I'm already drooling.
La Cucina, if you're craving authentic Italian flavors.
Pasta, pizza, all the good stuff.
And Le Bistro, a French-inspired dining experience that'll transport you to the heart of Paris.
Ooh la la.
Yeah.
And how many meals at these specialty restaurants do we actually get with more at sea?
That's a good question. The number of complimentary meals you receive actually varies.
Varies. On what?
It depends on both the length of your cruise and your stateroom category.
So the longer the cruise and the fancier the room, the more delicious meals we get.
Exactly. It's like a reward for choosing those extra special cruises and staterooms.
I like that. So, for example, how many meals would we get on a 7-night cruise in an inside stateroom?
On a 7-night cruise in an inside stateroom, you might get 2 complimentary dinners at specialty restaurants.
Not bad. And what about if we went all out and booked a suite for 10 nights?
Oh, then you could be looking at up to 4 specialty dining experiences.
Wow. Yeah, that's what I call a culinary adventure.
Yeah.
But let's talk about those cover charges at specialty restaurants.
Yeah, those can be a bit tricky.
Are they included in the package, or are we looking at extra costs?
That's a great question, and it's something that often catches people out.
I bet it does.
While More at Sea gives you a set number of free meals at those specialty restaurants.
So 2 on a 7-night cruise, 4 on a 10-night cruise, that kind of thing.
Exactly. There might be a cover charge for any additional guests beyond that number.
Oh, so if we had a family of 4 and only got 2 free meals.
You'd have to pay a little extra for the other 2.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
And what about if we wanted to try one of those really fancy restaurants?
Like Ocean Blue or Los Lobos?
Yeah, those sound amazing.
There might be a cover charge for those as well, even if you're within your allocated number of free meals.
Right, so it's always best to check the details before you get too excited.
Absolutely. But even with a small cover charge, you're still getting incredible value compared to paying full price.
True. And it's good to have those options if you want to treat yourself.
Here's a little insider tip.
Oh, I love insider tips.
Reservations for those specialty restaurants can fill up really quickly.
Especially on those popular sailings.
Exactly. So once you've booked your More at Sea package, don't wait.
What should we do?
Head straight to NCL's website.
Or give us a call here at Rock the Boat.
We'll help you snag those prime dining slots.
So you're not disappointed.
Booking in advance can make all the difference, especially if you have your heart set on a specific time or restaurant.
Great advice. All right, let's move on from tantalizing our taste buds.
And talk about something equally important in this digital age.
Ooh, what's that?
The Wi-Fi package.
Ah, yes, Wi-Fi. Essential for any modern cruiser.
As we mentioned before, NCL has teamed up with Starlink for their internet.
Which means faster speeds and more reliable connection.
Exactly. No more waiting forever for your photos to upload.
Or struggling to send a simple email.
But let's get down to the specifics. How much data do we actually get with this package?
That's the million-dollar question.
Well, it actually depends on the length of your cruise.
Of course it does.
For those shorter cruises, those 3-6-night getaways,
Perfect for a quick escape.
you'll receive 75 minutes per guest.
75 minutes, not bad. And what about those longer cruises?
If you're embarking on an adventure of 7 nights or more,
The real deal.
you'll get a generous 150 minutes per guest.
Okay, that's plenty of time to stay connected.
Share those vacation pics. Check in with loved ones.
Maybe even get a little work done if you absolutely have to.
Work. But yeah, sometimes it's necessary.
Okay, but let's be real for a second. Can I share my login with my travel buddy or my kids?
That's a tricky one. The More at Sea Wi-Fi package gives you 1 login per guest.
Okay, so one for me, one for you.
And you can only use it on 1 device at a time.
Ah, so no sharing the internet love.
Not really. It's best to stick to your own login and device.
Okay, no internet hogging allowed. But what if I want to switch between devices, like log out of my phone and into my laptop?
Oh, you can absolutely switch devices as much as you like.
Phew, that's good to know.
But remember, only 1 device can be connected at a time.
All right, I'll try to remember that. And what about streaming? Can I binge watch my favorite shows while we're at sea?
That's where things get a little tricky. Unfortunately, streaming is not allowed with this package.
Oh, no. What about Netflix?
You might want to download a few episodes in advance.
Or embrace the digital detox and just enjoy the view.
Exactly. Gotta be mindful of that bandwidth out at sea.
Good point. Now let's talk about those excursion credits.
Ah, yes, those exciting adventures.
We know that guest 1 on the reservation gets $50 per excursion.
That's right. The lead booker gets a nice little bonus.
But can I use that credit on any excursion offered by NCL?
You can use it on a wide range of NCL's shore excursions.
Oh, ziplining, snorkeling, all that good stuff.
But there might be a few exceptions.
Exceptions, like what?
Like those super exclusive private experiences.
The really fancy stuff.
Or excursions that are offered by a third-party provider, not directly through NCL.
Okay, so always best to check the details, just in case.
Absolutely. Now remember, it's $50 off per excursion,
Not per person.
and it's linked to the first guest's account.
So if I'm the lead booker and we're doing 3 excursions,
You'd get $150 in total to spend.
that's a pretty sweet deal. But can I combine that credit with any other discounts or promotions NCL might be running? Stack those savings.
Unfortunately, you can't combine the excursion credit with any other offers or discounts.
Oh, that's a shame.
But hey, $50 off each excursion is still a fantastic deal.
True. I'm not complaining.
Think of it as a little nudge to try something new.
Maybe something you wouldn't normally consider?
Who knows? You might discover a hidden passion for scuba diving or ziplining, all thanks to that $50 credit.
All right, I'm sold.
Okay.
Okay, last but not least, let's talk about that incredible offer for families.
The one where the third and fourth guests sail for taxes only.
That's the one. It sounds like a dream come true for parents who want to bring their kids on a cruise without spending a fortune.
It's a game changer for sure.
But I'm sure there's some conditions, right? It can't be that simple.
You're right, there are a couple of things to keep in mind.
Okay, lay it on me. What are the catches?
Firstly, this offer only applies to select sailings, so not every single cruise.
Exactly. You'll need to check if it's available for your desired itinerary.
Okay, so we need to do our research. And secondly, it only applies if the first 2 guests in the stateroom are paying full fare.
So no sneaky discounts for mom and dad.
Right. It's designed to make family cruises more affordable.
Okay, so if we have a family of 4, 2 adults and 2 kids, and we manage to snag this offer.
Those kids are basically cruising for a fraction of the price.
Talk about a bargain. But do those kids still get all the perks of more at sea?
Absolutely. They're not missing out on any of the fun.
Phew, that's a relief. I'd hate for them to feel left out.
They still get all the benefits, including the premium beverage package, of course, with age-appropriate options.
So unlimited mocktails for the kids. That's fine by me.
They also get access to all the specialty dining venues, the Wi-Fi package, and those exciting excursion credits.
Wow, they really are getting the full experience.
It's all about creating a memorable vacation for the whole family.
And this offer makes that possible for so many more people.
Exactly. Now, we've covered a lot of ground today.
We have. We've unpacked the ins and outs of more at sea, like true cruise detectives.
But I'm sure our listeners still have some questions, those little what-ifs that pop up when you're planning a big trip.
There are always those little details that can make or break a vacation.
So let's tackle some of those frequently asked questions and address any concerns our listeners might have.
Okay, let's dive into those FAQs and make sure everyone feels confident about booking their more at sea package. Okay, cruise stands, I think it's time for the big question.
The one everyone's been waiting for.
Is more at sea right for me?
That's what we're here to help you figure out.
No 2 cruisers are exactly alike, right?
Exactly. Everyone has their own cruise style, their own priorities.
So what are the key things our listeners should be thinking about when they're deciding whether or not to add this more at sea package?
Well, think about how you like to cruise.
What do I like to cruise?
Yeah. Are you someone who loves those top-shelf cocktails and fancy dinners?
Guilty as charged.
Does the idea of having super fast internet on board make your vacation complete?
I mean, who doesn't love good Wi-Fi these days?
Or maybe you're traveling with family.
And trying to keep those costs down.
That kids sail for taxes only offer might be music to your ears.
It's definitely a game changer for families.
It's all about figuring out which of those perks really align with your needs and your budget.
Makes sense.
Huh.
But let's be real for a second.
What's up?
Those cruise brochures can sometimes be a little too good to be true.
I know what you mean.
Are there any hidden costs or things our listeners should watch out for?
That's where we come in, with our expert advice.
Lay it on us. What are the gotchas?
While more at sea covers a lot.
It's not completely all-inclusive.
Exactly. Remember those specialty dining cover charges we talked about?
Oh, yeah, for extra guests or those super fancy restaurants.
If you're not careful, those can add up.
Good point. It's always best to factor those into your budget.
And remember, the drinks package is pretty comprehensive.
Over 100 cocktails. You can't go wrong with that.
But those mini bar temptations.
Oh, the midi bar, my weakness.
And those super premium brands, those are included.
So if I'm craving a vintage champagne or a late-night snack?
You might want to set aside a little splurge budget.
Good advice. And what about gratuities?
Another important thing to remember.
I know those can add up on a cruise.
While the beverage package does include tips for your drinks,
That's handy.
You'll still need to budget for gratuities for dining and other services.
Right, so we need to factor that in as well.
It's always better to be prepared than to have a surprise at the end of your cruise.
Absolutely. Now, let's say our listeners are ready to book more at sea. What's the next step?
Head over to rocktheboat.travel.
Of course.
Our website is packed with incredible NCL itineraries.
From the sunny Caribbean to the stunning Mediterranean.
We've got cruises for every taste and every budget.
And once you've found that perfect sailing,
Don't hesitate to get in touch.
give us a call, send us an email.
Our team of cruise specialists is here to help,
We can answer all your questions.
guide you through the booking process.
And make sure you get the absolute best deal on your More at Sea package.
We're like your personal cruise fairy godmothers.
Very godmothers. I like that.
We'll wave our magic wands and make all your cruise dreams come true.
And you can even help us snag those elusive kids sail for taxes only offers, right?
Absolutely. If it's available for your chosen cruise, we'll make it happen.
So whether you're a seasoned cruiser,
Or a first-timer dipping your toes into the world of cruising
let us take the stress out of planning.
and help you create a vacation that's truly unforgettable.
Well said. But before we set sail into the sunset,
One last thought.
I'm listening.
Yes. More at Sea is about those amazing, tangible perks.
The drinks, the dining, the Wi-Fi.
All the things that make your holiday extra special.
But it's also about something a bit more intangible.
Intangible, what do you mean?
I'm intrigued.
It's about peace of mind.
Peace of mind.
Knowing that all those little extras are taken care of.
So you can just relax and enjoy your vacation.
Exactly. No need to worry about every little cost. Just pure vacation bliss.
I love that. It's like that feeling you get when you check into a fancy hotel and know everything's sorted.
You can just exhale and let yourself be pampered.
And that peace of mind extends to everyone you're traveling with, right?
Absolutely. When everyone's happy and stress-free, the whole vacation is better.
Couldn't agree more. Well, on that note of cruise-induced bliss,
It's time to wrap up our deep dive into More at Sea.
we've covered a lot of ground today.
But this is just the beginning of your cruise planning adventure.
So what are you waiting for?
Head over to rocktheboat.travel
Explore those incredible NCL itineraries.
and let us help you create a cruise vacation that's perfectly tailored to you.
Happy cruising, everyone!
May your seas be calm, your cocktails strong, and your cruise memories unforgettable.